Gish, I am here tonight, as we all are, to thank you for bringing such dignity and respect to our profession and for helping to make it today the profession that I love so much. You did this with hard work and dedication and commitment. When I think of you lying in a flimsy dress on a frozen river for 3 weeks during a blizzard, and that it was your idea that your hair and your hand trail in the water, and that to this day, 64 years later, if you're out in the cold for very long, your hand aches. That's dedication. I recently found something that you said, and I wished I found it a long time ago, but I have it now. You said, "The things necessary in my profession are these: taste, talent, and tenacity." You are an inspiration, and I thank you very much. There are many people in this room who are friends and colleagues of Miss Gish. I'd like to introduce some of them to you right now. From the cast of Lillian's 1955 movie, The Cobweb, Mr. Richard Widmark.
Lillian, I just want to tell you that it's a great privilege to be with you tonight and to be a part, in a very, very small way, a part of your great career. You're wonderful.
A Hollywood historian recently wrote, "The modern girl as we know her was born into the 20th century on the night Flaming Youth opened in 1923 to wildly cheering audiences. College girls everywhere copied this star who created the flapper, Miss Colleen Moore."
I'm going to tell you something about Lillian that I bet you don't know. In the 20s, the real femme fatale in Hollywood was Miss Lillian Gish. There wasn't an actor, a director, or a writer who ever worked with her who didn't fall madly in love with her and want to marry her. Oh, and that doesn't include 3 of the most important and richest businessmen in America. I wanted to find out what this power was that she possessed. So I went to Irving Thalberg and King Vidor and asked them what was the magic of Lillian Gish. And they said, "She is unobtainable." And unobtainable she was. And years later, I found out what the secret of Lillian Gish really is. She has a rare and a marvelous gift for friendship. And I'm very proud to be able to say, Lillian Gish is my friend.
She appeared with Lillian in the television and Broadway version of The Trip to Bountiful, and Academy Award winner, Miss Eva Marie Saint.
Thank you. I remember doing Trip to Bountiful. It happened to be my first play on Broadway. And about a week following the opening, all of a sudden I heard this thunderous applause, and I thought, as I walked off stage, what have I done? listen to that applause out there. Well, I didn't know what I'd done differently. And the second night, the same applause, and I still couldn't imagine. So I asked the stage manager, I said, what am I doing differently? It's such a wonderful feeling when I leave the stage. He said, it's nothing what you're doing. It's Miss Gish. I said, well, what is she doing? He said, well, when you leave the stage, Miss Gish waves goodbye to you, and she raises her hand, she puts her back to the audience, and she holds her hand for several seconds, and the audience just goes with that and goes off the stage with you, really. Now, how about that? So, Lillian, I am so happy to share my favorite memory of you with you tonight and with all our friends, and this is your evening, so carry on.
Just 2 months ago, he starred with Lillian in a television movie, Hobson's Choice, Mr. Richard Thomas.
Thank you very much. I must say that with all of her extensive knowledge about the art of film and filmmaking, it's not surprising that Lillian Gish probably knows more about how she should be photographed than anyone else does. And I won't soon forget the first day on the set when we were all anxiously awaiting her arrival, filled with excitement, and the lights were rigged and the camera had been set at a dramatically low angle. And sure enough, she entered beautifully, and there was the expected reverential hush, and she looked around the room, smiling graciously to put all of us at ease. But when her eyes fell on the low camera angle, I could see the smiles slowly wilt and fall away. And she said, "Oh, no, you haven't put it way down there, have you?" And she made her famous reply and comment on low camera angles in general. "Young man, if God had wanted you to see me that way, he would have put your eyes in your belly button."
The chairman of the American Film Institute, Mr. Richard Brandt.
Lillian Gish, tonight is only the beginning of a national celebration in your honor. Museums, media arts centers, and repertory theaters will hold showings of your wonderful films. On behalf of each of the 140,000 AFI members in the United States, for the extraordinary beauty and insights you have given us, we thank you.
A wonderful actress, another Academy Award winner, Miss Jennifer Jones.
Lillian, it was an inspiration to work with you in Duel in the Sun and Portrait of Jenny. And it's an inspiration to see you here tonight and to see all of these wonderful clips from your films and to hear all of these young people who have had such great nourishment and inspiration from you. You are not only a great actress, you are an adorable human being. We salute you, and we love you, and we thank you for being the essence of art in film and in life.
Lillian's good friend, Miss Lily Tomlin.
The most wonderful experiences with Lillian. When I made 9 to 5, the movie, I invited Lillian to come to the premiere, and I was so thrilled because she accepted. So I said, oh, I want everything to be so perfect. So I hired a special car, and I had it specially done up so it would be very particular and aesthetic. And I sent it round for her, and she came to the theater, and then before the film was over, they hustled us out, you know, ahead of the crowd. And I ran to the street, and I wanted to make sure that your car was nearby so that when you came out, because it was very cold, it was bitterly cold in December in New York, and then they threw me into a car, and when I kind of opened my eyes, I realized they'd thrown me into your car. And I look up the street, and I see you with your coat around you, and the wind is just blowing and whipping around, and I said, this is just horrible. I can't believe it. And then I saw you raise your arm, and you kind of nabbed a ride in a 69 Firebird or something. I thought, I'll never see you again. But of course, you beat me to the restaurant. And when I came in the door, Lillian rushed up to me and she said, oh, Lily, this movie's going to be such a big hit. She said, tell me you've got a piece of it, and please tell me it's... Please tell me it's not net. Thank you, Lillian.
One of Lillian's dearest friends and one of America's best loved stars, Miss Mary Martin.
Lillian, my loved friend, when Sir James Barrie was asked how old Peter Pan really was, he replied, Peter Pan is a bird 1 day old, and so are you. This is a marvelous night for every single one of us here. These are the first time I've seen any of these things. I just love it. And to have known you all these years and to finally see you perform like this, it comes from my heart and from Vinnie J. Donahue's to say, Lillian, you are the sun and the moon and the stars. Thank you.